I mean,
yeah.
orange or
Unless she's using an American.
orange or maybe blue. If it's
Nope, you're not allowed. Nope, you're not allowed. I know where you're going with that. Nope.
If the waffle looks like it's
No.
blue.
Nope. Nope.
Now, if it's also in squares like a waffle, that's another problem too.
Then you were sitting somewhere you shouldn't have been.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah. Wasn't my face.
Yeah. Oh, good Lord. Okay.
What you shouldn't do. Oh, we went live. Okay.
Yeah, we're live. Hey, this actually looks good on the mobile. I got the screen adjusted a little bit.
Good.
Gibbles, I still don't have your fucking name your name bar. What are you doing?
No, I haven't had a chance to recreate the damn thing.
Okay.
Remember my when I upgraded to the new PC, somehow I deleted off an entire file section. And that happened to be it.
Oh, okay.
Let's see if I can find. Hey, send me what you have for yours, and then I will tweak it. Put my name in there. At least I'll try.
You can twerk it.
Twerk it.
Twerk it. I will send you Gibbs's because I have his handy. Gibbles. Nope, that's right there.
Yeah, I still have the image that Gibbs had for a while of the Gibson Center for Senior Services. That's on my hard drive for some reason.
Nice.
I don't even remember that.
A while ago. Ooh, yeah, I can work with this. At least I think I can. Copy image. No, not copy. Say.
Alrighty. Just another couple minutes and we will be ready to roll. That is general. Do the here yell and Gibbs is always brooding because he's a brooder.
Rudy, I'm just tired.
Cool. Why am I not online?
Your camera. Yeah, your camera just did things.
There we go. I'm slowly coming back to life.
Disappear.
Hey, video.
Yeah, relax, Oside. I know I'm dark as I don't have lights in right now. I know that's. I didn't say it. I didn't say it.
Huzzah, I'm back.
There we go.
That's twice now my computer's done that to me. I'm gonna have to look into that issue.
It's tired, Grandpa.
Yeah, it's brand new and it's already tired. Too much porn.
Oh, did you end up getting a whole new system?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's got a 5080 in it, so I'm wondering if that's the issue. Yes, please restore my pages. I don't want to have to refine that location again. Oh my god. Oh no, I'm going to have to. Fuck.
I'll tell you what. The computer that I got,
Notes.
because I got a new one fairly recently too.
Yeah.
The system that I had an older air quotes, Intel i9 in it,
Yeah.
but it only had the 3070 Ti. If this computer keeps giving me some weird issues like I think it might be, I'm going to pull the video card out of this and put it in the other one and bring that one back online. Because this has like a...
I'm half tempted to do that.
I forget what this has in it. I'll have to look, but it's got an i7 14700, and the i9 12900K is what the other one has.
Yeah.
And I think that higher end CPU is just a little bit better suited for some of the stuff that I do on here.
I just hate that it seems like no matter how much money you spend with the inefficiency of modern software development, it's like there's never enough hardware.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what you're fucking doing. The computer's not good enough.
Nope.
That's all due to software limitations.
Yeah. All right. I've got all the social yelling done.
Yelling!
Yells.
Ah! But Wookie, it's not just the AI bubble. It's literally like our GPUs are theoretically 2 or 3 times more powerful than we had like 5 to 8 years ago. But yet you don't get 5 to 8 times the performance.
No,
because software is like, oh, I can be less efficient. That's the one thing we should use AI for, which I really hope we do, is making more efficient coding. Because Jesus fucking Christ, the spaghetti bullshit that is keeping all these computers running right now is ridiculous.
Speaking of using AI to code, that's why Microsoft keeps breaking Windows with their updates.
They're using AI.
They're using AI.
Well, you heard about the next update, right?
Oh, which one?
They're integrating Copilot AI as like a part of the OS at some point.
So Windows 12 is supposed to be an AI OS.
Yeah.
So it's even better.
Yeah, no thanks.
I will not be getting
AI
that.
down to the kernel level.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I will not do that.
Yeah, no.
That's going to go really well.
I will not.
Well, it'll take at that point. Then you don't own anything on your computer. Then I guess.
Yeah.
That'll be what will happen next.
Oh, and they've already made Linux illegal in California.
Yeah.
They what?
Linux is now illegal in California.
You have to use
I didn't hear about that
Asian
one.
or whatever. It's like Asian. Yep. So what California tried to pass was basically saying that, oh yeah, using any software, any operating system that could distribute any other types of software, you have to have some sort of age verification system. And with Linux, you can't really do that. So they're like, yeah, they're basically outlawed. Congratulations.
So
no one's gonna follow this.
California.
No Linux-based PCs, no Steam OS, so no Steam Decks, no Steam Cubes, no like Raspberry Pi-based systems.
All someone has to do is file a monopoly claim then.
Yeah. That's antitrust. That's all they got to do.
Yeah.
So that should be interesting.
God, I wish
another wonderful thing coming out of California.
Why can't a company just release like a bare bones OS? Where it's literally all just extensions. So like if you want this service, you just get an extension or get this add-on. Because the amount of shit that I wouldn't have.
Well, I think like SteamOS is kind of like that. I mean,
That's why
I've used it, and I've used it, and if it wasn't for the fact that some of the software I use on Windows isn't available on there, I would be using that right now. I would dump Windows in a heartbeat.
Okay, that's interesting.
Everybody's on their phones.
No, my
Maybe
dog.
I should be too.
My dog was barking like my son was home, and he was supposed to bring me a drink when he got in. I was letting him know that we're not like all the way live yet. We're live, obviously, but the show's not running. He said, no, we're not home yet. So I'm going to go and see what's going on.
Yeah.
Just be real quick. If you hear any noise, just
It's consensual.
use mod power to kill the stream.
Yeah.
He sees a yard pig. If I see naked ladies dancing into the screen, I'm not turning it off.
My man. Imagine if that's something that he forgot he did. He forgot he ordered that.
Right? Yeah. Like, oops. Why is there so many naked prostitutes in my front lawn? I don't remember this at all.
When your girl really misses you, so she sends you not a telegram, but a smellogram.
Wow. Ew. Just ew. For him, it'd be some older woman with a, freaking camel sticking out of her mouth with a fucking, natty light in her hand going, hey, baby, this is for you.
If he comes back with a bowl of chowder, we know. You know, I know, chat knows. But unfortunately, that means we all know. Not that we wanted to.
She sent the oyster sauce. Ew. Yeah. Ew. 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 Ugh.
And we thought the bathwater was bad.
That's why I've yet to be able to, I've stayed at his house twice, and both times I've not taken a shower in that house. And when I was deployed overseas, I had to use those, but not Pip's house.
All right, we're good.
Well,
Was it a yard dog? Yard pig?
No
Squirrel?
idea what it was. I couldn't see anything out any of the windows. My son says that she's stupid, hence her new dog tag. He got her a thick dog tag made with Gibbles' favorite word on it.
Oh!
says the hard R.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
Yeah. So, sorry about having to step away. If you guys are hard R good to go. All right. I'll go ahead and start recording. Make sure that we're good here, and we are.
I should probably open that back up.
Oh yeah, Audacity. Did you check your Audacity,
Yeah.
Gibbs?
Again, I'm good to go.
Okay. So it's just Gibbles that has to get his.
No, I'm back up now.
All right.
I had it open originally, but when my screen decided to, slowly come down and crash.
You'll have that.
Yeah.
Wookiee's anxious to see Carly again. Is he looking for a makeout session with her? Do your ears
Just
need
needs ear
cleaned?
cleaning. Nah, jinx.
Yard pig again, Megan.
Yard Pigmageddon, absolutely. She's still 14-0, so we're waiting for them to start coming out again this year.
Nice. He wants to see the new tag. The simple things entertain him.
Uh-huh. I'll send him a picture. All right. Well, if you guys are good to go, we can do our sync up and we can get this show rolling.
I'm ready to record whenever you are.
Yes.
I'm already recording, so Actually, you know what?
You
Here,
might be scraps.
I will stop and I will get rid of the 1.5 minutes of dead air.
Yeah.
All right, I'm recording now. Fresh roll.
Hold on. Let me see.
Oh,
And I am now recording.
All right. Gibbles,
yes. Ready.
are you recording?
Yes.
All right. All right then. Sync clap in 3, 2, 1. Good
Okay.
deal.
That'll work.
All right.
That'll do, pig. That'll do.
Oh, with the warm weather, I can't decide if it's warm down here or cool down here, and my heater's having to cycle on and off. All right. Anything else we need to touch tips on before we get ready to roll?
I'm good.
Maybe not touch tips.
You want to touch tips?
No, I said not.
Oh,
Let's not do that.
not touching of the tips. Okay. Gotcha. Oside is tatas deep in his engine. Okay.
It's now the 4th time, I think, that I just had an involuntary shudder. Okay. It's either that or somebody's walking all over my grave right now.
If they're walking on your grave, how are you here?
I haven't dug it out yet.
Did you do the upload?
No. I should.
Magic. All right, then. We'll go ahead and get the show kicked off. We'll start it in 5, 4, 3. Welcome to the Now We Consume podcast, everybody. I'm your host, Pip. Tonight here, as always, are my co-hosts, Gibbs and Gibbles.
Hello.
Yellow. Hi.
So, I think I might have accidentally joined a cult last weekend. Started off with some free snacks because I'm a fat kid and who can resist that? But it ended up with me chanting in the basement about cryptocurrency. They said that I would achieve enlightenment, but all I achieved was a headache, a sore wiener, and a weird tattoo of Bitcoin on my ankle.
We really need to get you to a
You're
therapist.
just looking at me, Gibbs, and you question my judgment.
Yes. There's no way around this one. I think that solid 3 seconds of silence that was earned, and we're gonna leave it there. I'm not changing that. Nope.
All right. Well, everyone, welcome to the show tonight. I wanted to preface this episode with a little something. The notes for this episode were started a little prior to all the events kicking off in Iran. Since then, as I'm sure most of you have seen, the world is once again on the brink of conflict. As such, echoes of safety and protection are once again starting to sound throughout the halls of Congress. Personally, I think it's a very scary callback to the time after 9/11. Some of you listening may or may not be able to, or maybe not old enough to remember those days. But back then, they started kind of ringing the war bell and demanding things that no American had ever dreamed that we would ever hear of. Now, was it a full-on Orwellian 1984 level surveillance program? No, but it was probably the closest thing that we as Americans had ever seen. And it was all done in the name of safety and national defense. And I am, of course, referencing the Patriot Act. Because that bit of legislation served as the foundational piece for many I'm just going to say it, atrocities against public privacy. And we're hoping that nothing like that will ever see the light of day again in this country. But we've talked about things similar to that on the show before, and we don't know the true full extent to which the Privacy Act actually went, or if any parts of it were ever actually ended. Because again, the good old government is never going to be fully honest with us.
Well, when you have a court system that you're not even allowed to even know about what goes on behind closed doors, you're never going to know.
Yeah, you're dead on. So with all that going on, it was kind of an interesting pickup with tonight's topic, the end of privacy. Again, we had this kind of on the burner, ready to cook 2 weeks ago. And then, like I said, everything started kicking off with Iran. And then there was I don't know if you guys even saw, there was a foiled terror attack just yesterday. Some ass clowns decided to start lobbing devices that did not, thankfully, go off. It's all just starting to sound kind of familiar. So I thought it was prudent to kind of bring up a little bit of the past, a little bit of a history lesson. Also, as we are coming up on the, this hurts to say, 25th anniversary of 9/11 this year.
It makes me feel so old.
Uh-huh.
My entire childhood and part of my young adult life has already passed by twice.
Yeah.
Almost twice.
Yeah. Yeah, that hurts right in the lower back pain. Right in my popping knees. But as far as we're concerned with privacy and tonight's topic, some things that I wanted to point out before we kind of get into the meat and taters of all this. There are over 5,000 daily data points that are taken into account per person just in this country. There are brain-computer interfaces that we've talked about before, things like Neuralink and all that associated tech.
That got brain cells now that can play Doom.
I just saw that before we got on here tonight. Petri dish brains are playing Doom. That's fucking awesome. It's terrifying, but it's awesome.
I was about to say, that sounds a little more terrifying. That's some Skynet shit right there.
It is. But
anybody that has organ donor on their driver's license, I am so sorry, because you might be somebody that's forced to play Doom forever for our amusement.
I might update my
God
driver's
forbid.
license.
God forbid if you're the one that like is forced to play The Sims forever.
Oh no.
Oh. Dark humor will take on a whole new meaning at that point.
Yeah.
But yeah, the brain-computer interface, BCI market, has surged to as much as $21 billion already. As more and more implants and non-invasive devices are starting to go more mainstream. There's a lot of capitalism and government involvement in people's brains that's starting to kind of get involved in that. And some talk has started to pop up online about the possibility of crosstalk in BCIs. So can you imagine if a room full of people had things like Neuralink and there was some kind of a software glitch, and all of a sudden everybody with a Neuralink could cross-communicate, whether it was willful or not?
That sounds like some Johnny Mnemonic crap.
Yeah, let that sink in for just a second, because there are a lot of companies that are starting to push for adoption of BCIs. But so basically, if you come to work for them, they're going to cover the cost of all procedures to get a BCI. And then while you work for them, you have this thing.
Nope.
Somebody just made that illegal, though. I'm trying to remember who it was. But they already said you cannot force an employee to do that.
No. It wouldn't be forced. It would be mandated as part of the job.
Right, but they can't. They said that you can't do that either.
Well, this job requires the implant. This job does not. I'm sure someone's corporate lawyer will find a way to shark their way out of it.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
I mean,
sure
we
there
already
will
saw
be.
in America, you can clearly mandate people to get a medical procedure, even if you don't agree with it. So, in America, we're not safe from this kind of stuff.
Jabby jab. So, with all of that going on, there are a lot of corporate entities that are pushing for mass adoption, and quite frankly, I honestly think that might scare me just a little bit more than the AI stuff, because that's a direct hot link. Sorry. That's a direct hot link into your brain, and that opens up brain hacking, that opens up AI intrusion into your brain. That's a whole lot of shit that just kind of gets the door kicked right into your head. So,
well, I definitely know the way Grok talks to me on a daily basis. I wouldn't want it in my head. I'd be scared.
Yeah. The fact that Grok knows so much about me that I have not told it. I know we were kind of talking about this before the show, but I've not told it hardly anything about me, and it knows everything.
Well, yeah, but there's also a bunch of metadata that your phone scrapes from you every day. So, I mean, there's no hiding it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's terrifying, and we're just kind of getting used to it and learning how to adapt to it, you know. But yeah, speaking of your device kind of scraping all the data, that's kind of how privacy is vanishing one click at a time every day. Apps and devices are harvesting our data. There's smart eavesdropping. We have facial recognition. License plate readers are popping up literally like STDs at a retirement home.
Yes.
Your phone knows your secrets better than your friends do. Whether that's a convenience or if that's creepy, that's kind of up to you to decide. What weirds me out, and I know we've said this on the show before, when you have like some of the most random off the wall thoughts and you go to look it up and your phone knows what you want to look up within 2 letters. Like Gibbs when looking up porn and depression. It's insane.
I did not. I did not.
Attention.
That is still one of the most baffling things that's ever happened in my life. Like sometimes I lay awake at night going like, who? Because it wasn't me.
Oh, that was a glorious night.
Man.
So,
Again,
something else to keep in mind is that when we get into the whole ethics of data mining, it's going to hit people of less means, you know, the poor essentially. It's going to hit them the hardest, and the more vulnerable type of people, the desperate in our population, because data harvesting, and I'm going to touch on this a little bit later, could theoretically be a money-making point for those desperate enough. And I'll talk about that a little bit more in depth later on. We have surveillance capitalism, which is apparently a thing, and government overreach. No, that's never happened. No, the government would never overreach.
That's a conspiracy theory.
They're here to help.
Yeah, they're our friends.
Yeah.
I almost said that with a straight face. We have tech lords that are profiling behaviors, look at it as data just like oil. There's government cameras and smart cities. We've talked about smart cities here before. Privacy budgets are getting cut amid the risks to kids' data. And Gibbles, you and I have kids, and I think you can kind of back me up on this. I personally do not feel kids should have any data collected on them until they're 18.
They should not.
Yeah. Maybe like some general usage stats, maybe for like devices that they're on, but absolutely zero personal data at all.
Yeah. As we all seen how easy that data can get stolen or manipulated in some fashion.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not even Discord is free of that.
Uh-huh. Speaking of Discord, I know we all use Discord, and their third-party verification service, thankfully, got hacked just a few days before they tried to make their forced verification stuff go online. That was glorious.
Right.
None of us wanted that shit. Excuse me. So safety surveillance. Do you guys think that's anything good, or is it control creep? Gibbs?
It will never, ever, ever be good. There's no form of surveillance that is ever to your benefit.
Mm-hmm.
Because you never control any of it. There's not a single point either where the cameras are, where the microphones are, or where the data is stored, when it's captured, how it's captured, where it's disseminated to, who's allowed to have it. You effectively have zero control over any of that information. So it will never, ever, ever be to your benefit. And unfortunately, we have no laws about you having the rights to your own data information or your online persona or online activities. So until something like that changes, it is always bad every single time.
Yeah. Gibbles, I want your take on that too, because as a former cop, I'm sure you have some maybe unique perspectives on that. Did you have to wear body cams, or were those gone or not out before you got out of it?
Oh, no, I had to wear them. Okay. It was towards the end of my time on, but I was very happy to have them when I got them. So, yeah, with those, it's like what, Gibbs said, you have no control over the data. But at the same time, it works for the police and when it's used properly, because you have individuals who like to lie on police or lie about something or make things up. And then later it's like, okay, well, you said this. And they go, no, I didn't. And you go, stand by with the replay. Oh, you said the officer stomped a mud hole in your butt. Yes, he did. Stand by. Let me pull up the body cam footage of the officer. So him standing here talking to you and you got pissed and walked away means he stomped a mud hole in you, right? Okay. Stuff like that happens every day. And that video is like priceless.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, there's probably a ton of suits that got settled because of that. Gibbs, you had something?
Thank you.
Well, what I was going to say is before the proliferation of AI, surveillance in those situations was good. However, now with how good AI is, unfortunately, if there is any sort of surveillance camera, I can make it look like anything happened. If you give me even one frame of that, even one bit of information, I can extrapolate accordingly. So now, unfortunately, we are entering a world to where, I hate to say it, but anything can be faked. Anything can be changed. It doesn't matter the level of security, doesn't matter the level of encryption or anything else. If the video gets out anywhere, it can be manipulated or changed.
Yeah.
So that's something people need to understand, is unless it's a 100% closed system, unless it's only ever seen by certain people and not accessible on the internet, there's no security system that is safe.
Do you think that that's necessarily true?
What?
Do you think that's necessarily true, even if it's a closed system? Just with the proliferation of AI?
Well, it's at least in a closed system, you'd be able to have a reference. So at least if anything came out, like if somebody tried to spoof something happening or tried to make an AI claim, you could say, hey, we confirm with authorities, eyeballs only, that like that is not where the camera position is. That's not the kind of recording software. So there is a way where you might be able to, in a court of law, prove that it's not, but that's going to be the problem, is unfortunately, even if it's a closed system, you're still going to have to go to the lawyer, to a judge to figure that out. But in terms of the court of public opinion, posting it up on YouTube or online, good luck.
Yeah. Yeah. Short of literally having all videos immediately burned to physical media that's unalterable. I don't know that you're going to get around stuff like that.
I hate to say it, that's why my my phone camera, sorry, my house camera setup, it's completely closed loop.
Yeah.
Not that it's
Good
foolproof,
luck.
because I'm sure there's ways to get around it, but it would be so annoying to get around it that it's not worth it.
Oh no. Somebody might want to try to get in there and get your boxer briefs.
Ew. I don't know. If you really want them, I mean, I'll start at auction. I'll start at $5. I don't know. Got to raise money somehow.
Hey, that's one way for us to raise some money for the show.
I know, right?
I mean, women sell their used stuff all the time. Why can't we?
Right?
I'm not even going to dignify that one with a proper response. I think we know.
I got no shame to my game. I need $20.
Right?
Yeah, what I'm concerned about is the people that would buy it would then show up to the meetup and we'd be really fucking uncomfortable. That's the problem. We don't need that one guy that's like, "Hi guys,
Hi.
I'm your biggest fan."
Can
No, I don't
you
need
sign this for
Yeah.
me?
No, what's even more worrisome than that is the perfectly normal individual that shows up. He's squeaky clean, looks like your everyday Joe, takes it, and then immediately walks away going,
Yep.
Your round
that
bob
would be
normal
disturbing.
pants
Yeah,
gets out of the bag.
that would be more disturbing.
Gets it out of the bag and just gives it that.
That to me would be more disturbing than just seeing the psychopath walking out with the blue hair.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because at least I'm expecting it. It's the clean cut guy that you would never think in a million years would do anything. And they pull some shit like that and you're just like, brain fart.
Someone hands you $100 at the live show and says, "Give me your boxers now." Do you do it?
No,
Hell
I just
yeah.
start a bidding war. I'll start a bidding war for that.
Hell yeah, I'll do it for $100.
Okay. Now, if someone does that and they have the mic, and then they take
You're setting this up. I don't like this.
and then they
No,
take
no, no.
they take
I fall for this.
they
Nope.
take a nice big whiff and then they yell out, "You got yourself a nice little man pussy, don't you?"
Oh, Jesus.
I might have to rethink that situation. Nope.
That's what I respond with, "Sir, are you aware we're in a constitutional carry state? Choose your next words wisely.
That's right.
We are the land to fuck around and find out. So let's not do that."
Ohioans like to find out.
Oh. So since the live show will be in a barcade, we can't carry in there. However, we will still be able to be armed with that thing. If you guys remember the reference, Twisted Tea.
Oh, God. You're trying to kill a man.
Officer, this is my medicinal assault tea. I'll tell you, this is.
Well,
You got that officer, if he's worth his salt's going, oh my God, you better have a freaking
Hey.
license for that.
Hey, it's not illegal to suction cup a 4-foot-long dildo to it and then use it to, like, fling it, like the German like sticky grenade thing. Like you just kind of get nice little.
yes.
Oh man,
I would pay to see a video like that just to hear the ding.
Well, if
dude, can we do? Wait a minute. Instead of doing dart throwing, can we do like dildo throwing and make like a fucking target? Is that allowed at a bar, or is that like? Is that not allowed? I don't know if that's allowed or not. At that bar.
I will try to get clearance if you really want.
No, don't. I'm joking.
I'm sure he'll go for it.
Oh no.
It would have to be one of those nights where like no children allowed.
Well, it's a barcade. After like 7 or 6, they kick the kids out anyways.
God.
Oh my God. But yeah, if you haven't seen the video of the guy getting his face smashed in with a Twisted Tea at a gas station, that happened in Ohio. So Ohio's home of that thing, the Twisted Tea incident. So we can have those with us. He absolutely earned it. Now, getting back on topic. We have talked a lot about Neuralink on this channel. So, talking about Neuralink and the brain frontier and how our very thoughts could be under siege. As of 2026, this does not count as a siege. There are 21 functioning Neuralink implants right now. Should we be worried about that? 21?
Yeah.
No. However, if you scale that up to the thousands that corporate America wants, private workforce, all kinds of government sector, automated surgery can make it a very fast and painless procedure. Quick recovery.
All they see in my brain is
Well, Empire of the Sun Eclipse broadcast. That's the name of the band and the song. There is a good segment of that is literally just the loading screen of my brain. The guy's dancing around in the costume with the shit just kind of pumping in the background. That's like my loading screen. But yeah, mass forced adoption is becoming a debatable thing in corporate America, in Congress, all over the country. Private thought loss through BCI taps and even into the subconscious and emotional level of the brain, there's potential for it to have, or to be a commoditized asset of the mind. We've talked about how they're using AI to scan brains for dream recording and analysis. There's information transmission via unconscious. They had the two subjects transmit data while they were asleep in two different rooms. Imagine what you could do with people if they had Neuralinks and they got that to work. I mean, it could be a whole new type of crypto. It could be a whole new type of spying, all kinds of stuff. So brain hacking is something else. And yes, we've mentioned brain hacking a few times on the show before. But when you combine it with the Neuralink implant, I think brain hacking kind of goes to a whole new level, because you've got individuals who have key access to a lot of critical systems. If they were mandated to get these implants and their brains were actually to get hacked and that information was to get out, then what?
It's
obvious answer would just be get fucked.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a huge problem of not only rights for the individual, but also how do you even prove any of this stuff? Because then the problem is there even a paper trail or a digital trail? Is there any way of documenting it? You know, being able to alter people without any proof or knowledge or any one person pressing a button or saying to go ahead. It's going to cause systemic issues, especially when you consider we're not studying this for long enough. You know, you're talking about people didn't understand what certain drugs did to people for decades, certain medications did for decades, and they're talking about allowing this stuff after just a few years of study. No way. No,
you're talking
way.
about some. You're talking about some Ghost in the Shell level shit.
Yeah. So I just had this thought kind of Zoidberg into my head. So imagine a brain hack where critical things that you need for your life are held hostage in like a crypto lock kind of scenario. And they find a way to put like a paywall in your brain.
If you want your heart to beat again in 2 minutes, you need to pay us X amount of Bitcoin. Good luck.
Well, the problem is going to be too. Imagine the amount of people that work in jobs and positions where they have an NDA. Imagine if every day when you walk into work, they just flip your brain back on, and then you walk out, they turn it off.
Uh-huh.
All that information, all those memories are not accessible. Not only that, but what if that goes wrong? What happens if it's the other way around, where the person that walks into work is not a person that exists? It's just, oh yeah, off with the personality, off with your attitude, off with everything else. Just do the fucking work. You know, it's just slavery with extra steps. That's all it is.
You
That's
know,
all it's going to be.
that might not be terrible. Some people have very miserable jobs and would probably opt to just shut it off.
If it's
problem is,
consensual.
Right, but then the problem is what happens when it glitches and you can't turn it off. Now you got a bunch of zombies. Now you got yourself open to a fucking lawsuit.
Well, if the zombie apocalypse is going to start, maybe that's how it starts.
Oh, yeah. Oof. Off with his head.
But I feel like the zombies at that point is just going to be like fucking Good Burger.
Oh, God.
Welcome to Good Burger.
Yeah.
All with a Good Burger. How may I take your order?
Welcome to
It's just
Costco.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you.
Yeah.
That's it.
A little bit of
Honestly,
drool coming out of their mouth.
honestly, that would probably make my day. Just because I'd laugh. Welcome.
It would be funny the first time. But it had to be a large, Hawaiian guy doing it, just like in the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
So,
I guess I would agree. There could be some jobs that could be beneficial, but that has to be consensual.
Yeah.
Because God forbid it happens to, like, I don't know, an EMT,
or
or a police officer.
Yeah.
It's going to be like the fucking, and like it's SpongeBob, like the orb of confusion. That turned on, everyone's just going, "Duh,"
Yep.
Oh, my God.
So, I mentioned the Neuralink digital crosstalk, so I wanted to expand on that for a second. Imagine kind of like signal interference between neural channels or devices. Dense implants cause noise pickup below like a certain level, and if they're not shielded correctly, or if there's a bunch of people who have maybe this single glitch, it could lead to unintended data shares or essentially neural eavesdropping, where a group of people are sharing thoughts that they didn't want to share, and all of a sudden Bob and Joe sitting on the bus know each other's thoughts and what they're thinking.
Yeah.
It's kind of a hive mind mentality, but it wasn't consensual. And it also kind of stems into some really, really fucking dark territory. If somebody realizes that they can do that to somebody, if they could hijack someone's implant and start reading their thoughts, or even worse, implanting thoughts, I think that would be just as bad. Because
you're running along the thoughts of this one author who wrote Kaiju Battlefield Surgeon.
Never read it.
Goes off the same principle idea. They, get people locked in this VR simulation, and by, observing through optical implants and stuff like that, and showing their victims like, hey, if you don't do what we tell you, hey, look, here's the video feed from your loved one, and they're doing X, Y, and Z right now. And if we have the control, we'll just turn them off.
Wow. That'd be worth a watch, maybe, or a read.
Mm-hmm.
I guess something to consider too. If you have that crosstalk problem, there's going to be a lot of civil unrest, a lot of violence out of nowhere, a lot of shattered relationships. There's going to be a lot of very honest people that work in customer service that the inside thoughts are no longer inside thoughts, and now I'm fighting this man. Wow.
I've said it before. If you work in retail, you should be allowed to fight one customer a day or a week. Period.
That'll make a lot of people try to be as nice as possible after
you
that.
Ain't kidding. But so we've got unintended data shares, neural eavesdropping, and now here's something else. I want to stay on kind of the dark side of this for just a minute. Injecting false signals and manipulating like it's an invasive kind of pattern. Potentially overloading the implants and causing damage that way, or setting up something that could threaten to do that. Then you've placed essentially a ticking device in someone's head. And as these things get mass adopted, all of a sudden, that's a lot of things running around in someone's head, or in a lot of someone's heads. So there should be ways to protect against this if there aren't already. I mean, before these things go out into the mass deployment, you would hope that they solve these problems. Signal drift requires things like recalibration. Bio cybersecurity needs to be something that is a thing. That's a mouthful. We've got external fields, tampering with the implants, potential for crosstalk in shared environments like the workplace. That kind of research needs done. And with only, how many did I say, 21 implants, we don't have the data right now. So the research we do have shows that flexible arrays, like the ones they're using, reduce they reduce the potential for crosstalk via better adhesion and minimal interference. But there are gaps in the protocols, and that could enable behavior tweaks or data leaks. So even in the data that I could find, they're admitting that the current technology has some of these potential gaps and issues already. So this is what they're already trying to push out onto the masses. They know it's flawed. It's like a bad Windows update.
Yeah, at some point it's going to be something they're going to push out there, and they're not going to be able to pull back.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, I'm not around for that one.
Huh. Well, it's going to be the COVID shit all over again. You're going to have people lining up to take the implant and a bunch of people refusing to take the implant.
Yeah. And what will probably be the driving factor is for child safety online.
Probably. Or if they get the CBDCs brought out, central banking digital currency, if they do that, you could have your implant tied to your bank accounts and everything.
Oh yeah.
I shared a video on the podcast Facebook page the other day about how all that could look, how dystopian that whole scenario can be. It's terrifying.
It's bad enough you don't really have any rights to your money as it is once it's in the bank.
Uh-huh.
I can only imagine if you do cryptocurrency, you literally have no money if they decide, hey, no, you're cut off. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, no thanks.
Yeah. Gibbs, there's a lot of big words. Did you want to try some of this on the next section?
Oh, yeah. Nice. Set me up on that one.
You can say no, if not.
Oh, no, I'll do it.
All right.
Screw it. You know,
I just figured
I'm used to
got the
comparing
big-
myself online, you know.
I've talked for
Is
the first
big
half.
words like mayonnaise?
Mayonnaise.
Is not an
Mayonnaise.
It's not an instrument, but it's a wrestling medium.
It is on my desktop.
Anyways. So there is also something else called a Synchron, basically an endovascular stent. It's much less invasive. It's started via blood vessels.
It's a stentrode.
Apparently, there's supposed to be roughly 10, if not more, human implants by 2026.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's by the end of 2026 or by the start of 2026. I'm assuming by the end, by the context. But there's advanced trials for paralysis, prepping large scale ahead of approval. Focus on motor decoding without skull surgery. For people that are like quadriplegic, paraplegic, stuff like that, loss of motor functions.
That's good
Especially-
stuff.
Well, especially for people like suffering from Parkinson's, for example, or ALS, or any one of those degenerative diseases. It would be really good.
Uh-huh.
It'd be awesome. But again, it's always the Jurassic Park of, are you going to stop there?
Right.
The answer is always
No.
no. As Anthony
Yeah,
Fauci
but I don't
proved
think
to us,
grandma's
the
going
answer is
down the
no.
hallway and eating people.
See, you know what worries me is imagine they give people the ability for motor functions, but they forgot about the human limitations we have on our muscles. So all of a sudden,
God.
grandma at the age of 75 is able to use 100% of her muscles, like tear it off. It's like, oh, great. Now I got super grandma over here beating the shit out of me. You know, just let me tell
No,
you,
the
it's
worst-
going to happen.
Well, the worst case scenario out of that is they're going to give her 100% use of her muscles, and her bones will shatter.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
Grandma's like, I feel great.
Well, then she'll
Yeah.
just be sitting there beating your face to a pulp with that squelch of the muscles.
Oh God.
uh,
Grandma's beating me with her pudgy fist.
oh, man.
Oh,
There's going to be some poor bastard that hasn't played with himself in 20 years due to losing the ability to use his arms. They grab his dick for the first time and fucking rip it off because he's 100% usage of his arm. Exactly. It's just
The worst part will be it's like it'll come off and then his hand let go at the same time, so it goes rocking off into the
Yep.
horizon. So you're never gonna find it.
right out the window onto the highway, right over by the 18-wheeler. And she'll go, oh.
18-wheeler Jack Knox because he's like, what was that?
Oh, yes.
it's John Bobbitt all over again. Turn your head and spit, Gibbles.
Oh no. Oh.
Oh God, that's great.
Anyways,
job.
moving on.
Mm-hmm.
There are also high bandwidth cortical arrays, Connexus BCI, using roughly 1600 plus electrodes. It's a far more invasive type of technology, but it's much higher resolution for things like speech. I don't know what speech. What do you mean by intent?
So
There.
like coordination, like using.
So like high fidelity coordination.
yes,
much
yes,
more-
thank you.
Okay, that's what I figured. So for something like that, for speech, definitely, there's a lot of people, especially again, I deal with this with my grandma like after her stroke and stuff
Mhm.
like that. That for speech therapy and pathology, that could be absolutely huge. Especially people that have been through any sort of trauma. Especially there's a lot of soldiers, stuff with like IEDs, explosive stuff like
Yes.
that have a lack of use of those muscles. Again, another good technology that could be great. It's all great and all fun and games until basically the system absolutely malfunctions and you have like Tourette's and you're saying racial slurs at the top of your lungs out in the middle of nowhere. Just like great. Now I'm going to get attacked at Walmart. This is awesome. So, but it honestly could be epic. It could be really good.
Maybe that's what happened to that one guy at the Black Horde show. His software glitched.
Oh my god.
It wasn't
Man,
his fault. It was the AI.
Good. Imagine if somebody hacks that and they just have like the R word or the N word just on their on their phone. I just like
Oh,
press
no.
the button. That's
They
like,
get stuck.
oh yes. Oh, there's someone. That's the thing. Like, if anybody's played the game Cyberpunk, like they know where the stuff's kind of going.
Yeah,
I hate to say it.
that was a good game.
Really, good. I really have to play it. I have it on my Steam library, but I've never played it.
Now
thinking
that
of
it's
it,
been
though.
all this time later now, all the bugs are gone for the most part, so it's definitely playable.
Gibbs,
add it to my list.
let me ask you this, just as a
Mhm.
side note: how many games in your Steam library can you say that about? You own that you've never played?
Probably 10%.
Wow.
That's impressive. That's way
I'm
better
not-
than me.
I'm not like some people that have a subscription to Humble Bundle and have like 1,500 games. That person is currently in our chat, and I'm not going to call them out, but they know who they are. They
I
know
collect
exactly who
my
they are.
games like Pokemon. They all go into a little ball and they stay there in the dark and never come
Mhm.
out.
Oh man.
All right.
But anyways, there are other anyways,
Got
So-
him.
there are non-invasive alternatives. Colonel's optical helmet that's used for brain mapping. There's Neurable's EEG headsets. They're having a focus on the consumer goods market and attention tracking. There's Brainco's headbands for EEG for wellness and bionics. By the way, the fact there's a company called Brainco, I literally had to look this up because I thought you were bullshitting me on that. I was like, no.
Also,
no.
I'm not going to lie. When I was reading about that optical helmet, no bullshit, I was thinking about the helmet that Rick keeps in his garage on Rick and Morty.
Yep.
That's like the exact thing I was picturing, but no, that's like the shotgun shell helmet of death.
Well, if they have an optical helmet eventually that works, I mean, you'll be finally be able to do like VR proper.
Oh,
And finally be able to do some of that kind of stuff.
yeah.
If you've ever seen, if anyone's here ever seen SAO Online or the better version, SAO Online Abridged, you'll understand exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Because the abridged one is better.
Or an extremely obscure reference, Futurama, one of the first episodes, they have a scene where Amy's on the moon at the lunar park. She's playing virtual skee ball. It's a VR headset where she's playing virtual skee ball in the headset.
Inception VR? Why?
Yeah. Oh yeah. They were calling it like they saw it.
Dude. We're going to do the episode where we have to talk about Matt Groening and how he was a time traveler.
Oh, he's 100% time traveler. There's no.
Dude, that man is just calling everything.
He has been right more times than he is allowed to have been.
And like specifically right, not generally right. Like literally down to.
The details are what weirds everybody out. Like,
Groening is proof that time travel exists.
You're allowed to be off on the date, but the details are what weirds everybody out about it.
Yeah. He's one of those people, he probably isn't allowed to play the lottery.
No.
It'd be too obvious.
You're like, imagine if you were the year like 2150 or something like that, they discover time travel. You go back in time and you do animated TV shows? Out of all the
not only animated TV shows, but the longest running television show.
It's all conspiracy theory, man. The government's funding it.
Hey,
they use The Simpsons to fund time travel.
Listen.
Hey, we've done dumber shit.
Yvonne et Niage, okay? Yvonne et Niage. Tell me you know that one, Gibbles. Dear God, tell me you remember that one.
Why do you think I'm shaking my head?
Gibbs, back in the day, they had an episode of The Simpsons where they used the kids. They turned them into a boy band. It was Bart, Milhouse, the fat kid, the cop's son, and one other one.
Oh, yeah.
They turned them into a boy band. They were singing that song. And if you played it backwards, it was Join the Navy.
Yep.
Huh. And I wonder how many people when they signed up for the Navy specifically cited that? 0.
Yeah, there was a little bit of an uptick in recruitment after that.
Was it really?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That would
just a little bit.
I've never believed in that bullshit. If you play a song backwards and it says something, you're more likely to do it.
It wasn't because of that. It was the joke itself that made people go, you know what? I'm going to join.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, so that was the intention. I didn't know that. I thought it was
yeah.
Side effect. Okay.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. But anyways, let's keep going on this.
I'm so confused.
Awesome. So there is also Meta's new wristband that is coming out.
Wait.
What?
So I just threw the data on and didn't look at some of this. I totally missed that. They have a wristband.
Yeah.
They have VR. Of course they're going to have a wristband.
Hold on. So they're going to be tracking movements of the wrist, correct?
I know where you're going with this.
Am I not going to like this?
Is this thing?
They're going to know.
Is this thing going to be tracking like?
This isn't a competition. No. This is not a competition. There are no leaderboards. No, it's not like that. No.
Are-
I
are
know what
we-
you're thinking, but no.
Are we talking like RPMs or are we talking like? Hmm?
It'd be SPM, stroke per minute.
Well,
Not RPMs, not revolution. If you're doing revolutions and you're spinning, that's a whole different league.
are we going to be getting the warnings at like 2 a.m? Like, why are you running?
Well, dude, if you have somebody,
Running.
dude, if you have like family members that share their like wellness data from like their watches or like the Fitbit trackers and stuff, you will get warnings about that.
All the
like-
chaos I could instill.
Yeah, that's why I don't. No,
Dad, why are you running at 3 a.m.? I'm not running.
it's weird. He runs from like 11:30 to 12:30 every night for an hour. His BPM's at like 165. I don't get it. Like,
Listen,
buddy.
if I could do that for an hour, my arm would look like the billboard off of Idiocracy.
Oh,
Nice. You would be Quagmire in that one episode.
Yeah.
Yep.
There'd be parts of my body going, no, I'm not coming back. It's left with the little hat, and yeah, it's coming. It's gone off for cigarettes, and it hasn't come back.
I mean, don't worry. They make pills to help you out with that, buddy. Don't you worry.
Those pills have a limit, though.
I was about to say, after an hour of that, I don't know.
That's when your body starts looking at you in the mirror. Listen, the spirit's willing, but the flesh is spongy and bruised.
No more snoo.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry to get off on the.
We're eventually gonna have to do an after show. We could talk about some of this stuff like without the censorship because the amount of questions I have. But anyways.
Maybe that'll be our
God,
first
he doesn't
Patreon
understand.
episode.
So
He doesn't understand. Oh.
So for Meta's wristband, which is going to be interesting because that means they're now going to be tracking your biometric data, which that I'm very curious about because when that goes into VR, that's going to be nefarious. Just saying.
Let's just take a moment and be thankful that it's a wristband and not a butt plug.
Oh, that's for the subwoofer and the bass effects.
Uh-huh.
You can really feel the rumbling of the shells falling around you.
It's a Thunderdome.
Yeah, in your ass. That's the problem. Like, why is Private Pilot? He's sitting by the artillery and he's moaning in the corner. I don't know why. It's just it's weird.
Oh,
You keep
God.
saying fire the artillery. There's no one around.
So,
anyways.
sorry, last hopefully last segue for the live show. I want to get that remote controlled device that the one guy uses in all those shorts where he's running through the park.
But
The fart machine.
oh,
Mm-hmm.
yep.
I can just I just want to walk around the barcade doing that.
Oh God. That's
It's not even that big. You're going to drive everyone away.
I'll wait till after the show's over. It's all right.
Yeah, they're going to get mad at you. Everyone else is good. You can't come back. You're no good. You scared my wife.
But anyways, so getting back to it, Meta's wristband will be reading nerve impulses for augmented reality and virtual reality control. So it's going to be an all integrated system.
Oh, that's
Which
going
that
to
would be
make
interesting if you have like the Meta glasses with the wristband, you know?
that's going to make
Could be
VR
useful.
porn all kinds of different.
It is. I was getting ready to say, you realize we got to get past this because we're not going to be able to stop with the jokes.
Nope.
All right, I'll shut up.
Okay, sounds good. So Chinese players like NeuroXS or implants. This is one of the ones I want to add some clarification on
Mhm.
from you in a second. Or Gestala are ultrasound or non-invasive implants. There's a market trend right now for hybrids blending invasive precision with non-invasive safety. So when you're talking about Chinese players like NeuroXS, are you talking like esports players? Are you talking
No,
like
businesses.
okay, that's was my confusion for a second. Okay. But okay, so they're doing non-invasive types of implants. Fair.
Mhm.
Yeah. Just a little something you just inject under the skin kind of thing, or just something simple.
Yeah.
Okay. Could be useful. Also, not for nothing, but the Chinese developing medical tech is never,
A good
It doesn't
thing.
have a great track record.
Mhm.
Yeah, not good track record. No.
If maybe
So-
they stopped stealing stuff and just developed it themselves, they might have a better record.
It's way
But
more
it's
efficient
cheaper
for
to
them
steal
to just steal the tech.
That's cheaper.
Yeah, but
Although,
I'm just saying it would look better.
now that you brought up the whole Chinese players talking about esports stuff, I could absolutely see putting like ultrasound implants in their fingers.
Oh, I'll be real. I think there's eventually going to be a time where like you're not going to use a keyboard. It's all going to be just in your fingers. You're just going to put it on a desk or it's going to look like oh god, there's
Like Mass Effect,
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
where they have the alternate reality keyboard in the air and they're just
Yep.
just
But it's gonna be
wiggling their
whatever-
fingers around.
Whatever geometry you want.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, I think there's
Whatever
going to
you're
be a
comfortable
future
with.
in a lot of sports where these types of implants are going to be a big problem, and they're going to
Yeah.
have to be tested. You know, there's going to be a huge issue with that.
I would like some kind of a buzzer implant in my fingers. Maybe just like one or two of them.
That's getting lazy. You got to earn it, buddy. That's getting lazy.
Just assistive tech.
Fair. You can't get like a fake finger to put on, slap over the top of it that buzzes. No, that's not
I
a
mean,
thing.
maybe.
Maybe. Yeah. Anyways,
Moving on.
so is the Neuralink considered a miracle, or is it a brain hack nightmare with crosstalk chaos? Which I think
Depends
we're all-
on how you look at it.
I kind of, call me an asshole, I kind of want to see the crosstalk chaos happen just once. Not like ultra large scale, just enough to sow chaos to the point where they lose their absolute shit. Like a
Yeah, but
whole office.
the amount of men that are going to be thrown in jail for sexual misconduct for their thoughts alone.
But the first time it happens, they couldn't because there's no precedent. And also,
Yeah.
it's in your mind, therefore your mind is your safe space. The legal shit that would fall out of that would be godly.
No,
I mean,
but how do you prove
It
who
would
it
be
would
was?
be insane.
orgasmic.
You can't prove who it is
Wouldn't
either.
take That far.
Well,
Yeah.
now could you?
It depends on what's said.
Here's the other thing, and this is something that just kind of hit me. A lot of us have an inner monologue.
Oh yeah.
Some have that inner monologue in your voice. If
Mhm.
the crosstalk happens, does that transfer?
Oh my god, all those people that are NPCs that don't have an inner monologue, they're immune to this. Fuck you. No,
Yeah,
that's
there
why I
are
can't
a lot
do
of
it.
people out there that don't have that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I have entire ecosystems in my brain, so good
Yeah.
luck.
Like, my brain's never fucking silent. That'd be terrifying.
Yeah.
I have destroyed and created civilizations in my head, so
Is your head like the freezer in Love, Death, and Robots?
yeah, it's kind of like that in a way.
God.
That is such
I
a
was
good show.
astounded to find out some people don't have an inner
I
monologue.
know, right?
Oh, that blows my mind. I don't know how you could operate like that.
I still believe those people don't have souls.
Yeah,
They're NPCs.
they are the NPCs. Absolutely.
They are the Nissan Ultima drivers of the world.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at that.
If you know, you know. If you don't know, don't worry about it.
Uh-huh.
Trust me. You'll
You're
know.
one of them. You don't know. There's a reason. Oh my goodness.
It's gonna be
Take it back.
crazy.
So, I'll take this one here. Hypothetical question: mass adoption, is that going to equal your employer or whoever controls the mass adoption mandate? Are they going to be in control of your brain and everything in it? And if so, would they be responsible for anything that would stem from any kind of crosstalk leak?
Who knows?
And do you think that people that do get the implants under the guise of the work requirements, would they be required to sign NDAs?
I have a feeling they'll do exactly what Disney used to do with people. Just like if you're an animator for Disney, any work you do outside of Disney is also owned by Disney. I feel like the
Yeah.
same thing, they're going to do that with the NDAs, where the stuff where anything you think of while working for the company or not working for the company is their property,
Wow.
because it's with the
Yeah.
assistance of their technology. I will bet you, I'm willing to bet you my entire 401k that like that's what they will do.
Yeah, I could see that.
That's just shitty enough that, yeah, I could see that. Oh, all right. Well, we can go on to the next section here. I don't think we need to get that one. Gibbles, do you want to take this next one?
Yeah, sure. The pushback in the future.
Uh-huh.
Wow, this is short. Regs countering state bans on Invasive's right to forget expansions, FTC on BCIs/kids, hacks, VPNs, encryption, grassroots neural rights.
Yeah. So we have VPNs for our computers.
Right, which they want to get rid of.
Yeah, right. Would we have to essentially look into developing the same tech for our brains?
Oh God, yeah, absolutely. But the problem is you're about to have quantum computing, so you're going to have to look at the quantum encryption.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, you absolutely need encryption. But the problem is again, these asshats aren't taking the time to research anything. It's going to be absolute mayhem.
Uh-huh. Yeah, but then like the right to forget expansion. I mean, anything that you work on under an employer that forced you to get the implant, maybe you get to keep the implant, but you're just forced to forget everything you did. That could be horrifying. You could literally forget tens of years of your life.
Well, not only that, but at certain points in your life, there's things that happen that create, what we call core memories.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's watched the Disney movie, and those memories could potentially steer your inner self to grow and mature in a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
If it so happens that memory
happened at work,
gets erased because it happened at work, what does that do to you overall in the long term?
Mm-hmm.
How effed up are you going to be now because you no longer have that core memory?
Yeah.
How's your brain going to react to that? We already know that your brain makes decisions microseconds before you even decided to do it. So God only knows what that would do to a person's psyche if, the brain just doesn't have certain things that it requires to make those decisions based off of other interactions that you've done in the past.
Yeah.
What I didn't think about until now is there would be a lot of companies that they could lock down everything they do behind that NDA and just make you forget it. So there are certain companies that will never have competition.
Yeah. There would be no competition.
Also, there's potentially a way to lock out the information when you're off the clock.
Yeah.
It's like,
well, not only that, hold on.
Yeah.
I just had this thought. So in the event, say you're working at a factory, something happens at work that damn well should not have taken place because it was not safe. It could potentially get somebody hurt. And guess what? It's locked behind, a locked memory because of the fact of NDA issues. You can't be a whistleblower anymore. You can't report to somebody saying, hey, this is not safe. We shouldn't do that. The company can be like, we don't have to do shit because nobody knows about it. And now somebody could potentially die because you don't remember it. So it's like it never happened. It's like erase.
Yep.
I didn't think about that. That's unless you can find a way to get the data out while you're on the clock.
Yeah, good luck with that.
But
then you're in violation of the NDA. Now you're in jail.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if they've already figured out a way to lock out your memories during the day when you go home, who's to say they haven't figured out how to lock shit down even when you're working? You know?
That's true.
Because at that point, it probably wouldn't take much to be like, oh, you know, as silly as this is, it would be like, say you're going on a dating site and it's for some other country. So you have the intermediary where they're translating both ways. It's not much to say the intermediary is the program software that's blocking your memories, going, oh, well, anything with this particular, nomenclature or this particular verbiage, I need to immediately block so that this can't go out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you're right.
So again, whistleblowers would literally go right out the window because no one would be able to report on it because they would never remember it.
Yeah.
It'd be like it never happened.
It gives too much power.
Or God forbid, now you're talking about sexual assaults. You're talking about racism. You're talking about all that heavy stuff that doesn't take place in the workplace, or at least it shouldn't. But now it could potentially happen. Crimes could take place while you're at work and you would never know. Jane Doe goes home and she's got bruises all over her body because her boss decided to rape her. And he's able to lock it all down because behind that NDA, like Gibbs said, you don't remember anything. So you have no idea where that came from. So you can't report it because you're going to be like, I don't know where it came from.
Yeah. Like I said,
he's starting to get some...
The tech has some extremely dark sides that I don't think a lot of people are really considering, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
And who's to say also, if they can lock down the memories, if they have access to that level of tech, they can probably just go in and delete them.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you literally don't know what happened.
Yeah. So like I said, if a crime takes place, you're screwed. Oh, what happened to my phone? Oh, I don't know. I don't even remember what happened today. I was there. I know that much.
Right. It's scary shit, dude. But you want to keep going that the next part?
Yeah. Yeah, because then you have the law of safe privacy, which, I mean, kind of hitting on.
Mm-hmm.
Resistance, hope, tipping risks, anonymity gone. Yeah. Privacy, revolt, unplug, or rebel. Divides Gen Z, demands control.
Mm-hmm. So all of that, we have laws trying to get put in place and that need to get put in place to protect privacy of anybody that adopts this tech. They could end up being a Band-Aid, but the tech could just flood everything and overwrite all of it. The thought premium, there could be limits on the access you get to your own head. And like we were talking about earlier, you end up having to watch an ad to get full access to your head for an hour or two. That's terrifying. A paywall for your dreams. You just go to sleep and you don't dream unless you pay to get access to dreaming. That's fucking terrifying.
I would murder a lot of people.
There's the risk of having anonymity just being wiped off the face of the earth. That's the privacy revolt. Yeah. You can unplug and just not take the implants, or maybe you maliciously take the implant and screw it up intentionally.
You could do that.
And you become the reason that the implants start getting crosstalk. We're starting to run a little long, so I'll jump into this last section here. About 70% of people who were polled, and I could not find the actual numbers, but it was a broad description here. People were data concerned, but tracking adoption remained steady. It was a pretty party split result. On surveillance and brain tech, the Democrat side favored regulations and the Republicans favored freedom. No big surprise there. The Neuralink discussion, both sides kind of equaled out on hope and fears. So I guess that's kind of positive because both sides saw the same kind of stuff. A quick segue on that. If there is a bunch of Neuralink mass adoption, do you guys think that could change the outcome of elections?
Oh, 100%.
Oh, God, yeah. Are you kidding?
That there are an infinite amount of ways that could be used to influence anything.
Oh, yeah.
Especially, I will bet you money the minute those are adopted, people will vote from it.
Yep.
They'll say, "Oh, you have a Neuralink. We can tell it's you, so just vote from home. You don't have to go out and do it."
The ultimate voter ID.
That's really not, because no one's gonna be able to trust it. And who the hell's gonna trust that shit?
Yeah.
No one.
So then we have the new privacy war. It'll be the elites versus the regular people. It could be it could be the people who have the neurotech and those that don't.
Right.
Data might be worth more than the people. And I was talking about this at the beginning of the show. The possibility for people to be able to sell themselves for data the same way that they donate plasma for money right now. If there are ways for people to essentially whore themselves out as data points for companies, would this or could this become a way for people to get by money?
Get by money.
Yeah, beer money, pizza money, or just I need gas money, I need to make the rent, that kind of shit. Because people sell plasma now.
People will definitely find a way to use that to make a little bit of scratch.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, think about this. I'm going to bet you money this is what's going to happen. AI data centers are expensive. People are cheap. You know what they're going to say?
Yeah.
Hey, we'll sponsor your Neuralink. We'll pay you a couple $100 a month if while you're sleeping we can use your brain to use AI to be able to either Bitcoin mine or do some other sort of productive thing or run some data, run some tests. They're going to absolutely do it.
Ooh.
Oh yeah,
that's
They're gonna.
Yeah, you're not wrong. They probably will.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then that's how we go down the slippery slope of becoming batteries for the machines.
Yeah,
they weren't using us as power. They were using us to mine Bitcoin.
Yeah. Well, or to just as processing, because there's going to come a day where humans are far cheaper than CPUs.
Yeah.
Hate to say it.
Yeah, and then the inequality gaps, basically tool access, brain tech polarization. I'm curious if there could be a differentiation between high IQ and low IQ. And if there would be a premium on that.
Possibly. It all depends on how the Neuralink and the AI uses the brain. Like we're still so far away from understanding what's required. Is it literally just neural connections or the efficiency of those connections or how that brain operates? Who knows? And how much does every particular brain influence the results of using Neuralink to be able to do computational tests? Who knows?
Yeah. So to kind of wrap this up a little bit, do you guys think that if they can solve the crosstalk issues, that would be the big make or break for the Neuralink mass adoption? Or do you think it's going to be the forced versus voluntary use of the tech?
So I hate to say it. I feel like it's going to be something that's going to be mass adopted at some point. I personally think it should be for medical reasons only, just because I feel like that is removing a significant part of your humanity, and the control over what you think and how you experience the world is something that's uniquely biologic, and especially the way we see it, uniquely human. So I would be very much against that in terms of mass adoption commercially. However, in the world that we live in, quite frankly, if they can make $1, they will happily stomp us into the ground. So it's definitely going to become commercially adopted, and it's going to be something that eventually, I hate to say it, it's going to be required. It will be federally required someday, just like vaccines or anything else, to where they're going to say, yep, you have your mandated medical stuff. Yep. All right. You have your Neuralink. Yep. Cool. You're a citizen. It's going to take the place of a social security number.
Oof.
So and they will fix those issues.
I wonder, and this is me kind of nerding out for a second, could this be like the earliest 0.0.1 version alpha attempt of humanity to transition into the Borg?
Yeah, the Borg.
I think
we are here to party.
There's always a level of humanity that wants to have some level of independence, even if it's somewhat flawed or fake. Whereas a collective like that inherently has zero independence. It's entirely a collective. However, I would say we might become a collective.
Maybe a hybrid collective.
Socially. It might be socially a collective where, yes, people might choose what jobs they do and what functions they have, but socially, in terms of what the group thinks, what they think politically, socially, what causes they are championing or fighting for, I feel like that would become, instead of right now the political spectrum is very wide, it would become very, very narrow, especially for social expectations, how people treat one another, kind of what's expected out in public life. I feel like that would shrink tremendously, but people would still have to avoid things like depression and anxiety and other stuff like that. They still have to feel somewhat useful, unless if Neuralink is so good they can just completely, mute out or get rid of any of those emotions, because that's the key driving factor with people. Is there emotional regulation involved with the Neuralink? If it's able to help regulate or even suppress or alter, then the sky's the limit, man. I mean, you could turn us into savage fighting orcs from Warhammer 40K if you wanted to, or you could have us be like the humans from WALL-E. Take your pick. Neuralink can go either way.
Yep. As long as I can get pizza to grow out of the ground, I'm happy.
Right.
Yeah. I going down that same thought path. I kind of wonder if the tech could be developed and matured enough to let humanity kind of go down that Ready Player One future, where instead of using VR as their kind of everyday mode of life, it's all using Neuralink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
see that.
It wouldn't be the worst thing, but obviously it wouldn't be the best thing either. So
it's possible.
I just, it's still a subject that I think is even deeper than we could ever hope to get into on this show. But I still feel like getting the conversations out there is important, because this is stuff that's likely coming down the pipe. And
it's something that could easily end our species if we're not careful.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Because I guess something people need to realize is with Neuralink or anything else, if they're able to alter, monitor, or change how the brain functions or any emotional state, there's usually a big thing with a lot of governments that try to manipulate people's relationships, particularly romantic ones. I'll tell you right now, if you get rid of the family structure for most people, or any sort of support structure, or traditional relationships, because that's something that could immediately wipe that out.
Mm-hmm.
That could immediately wipe out the idea of ever having a family.
Yeah.
Support units, things like that.
On the flip side, it could also fix a lot of things too.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you could have a lot of people showing up from their cigarette and milk runs.
That's the thing. They could. That's the other thing too. They could make people forcibly bonded with their Neuralinks.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the problem: how often arranged marriage is going to happen now,
Yeah.
where the Neuralinks
that's
are
true.
bonded, and it's like, hey, these two wealthy people want to have an even wealthier company. Well, your Neuralinks are getting bonded. Tough shit. You're going to like it whether you like it or not. And now here comes the ethical dilemma of, does it matter if you're happy, even if it's artificial?
I mean, at that point, you wouldn't know.
Exactly. So then the relationships are meaningless.
Exactly.
That would bring a whole new level
Yep.
of dating app onto the market.
Yeah.
Neuralink.com.
We're linked.
Yeah. Quick, buy the site before somebody else does.
Want me to? I can right now. Go.
Oh, but
People can buy domain names.
yeah.
I got hitched on Neuralink.com. I don't know. It's kind of, that's gonna be a thing that's gonna happen.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, if you guys don't have anything else to add to the show, I think we can go ahead and wrap that up for tonight.
Okay.
As always, if you guys listening have any info you'd like to chime in with, hit us up on the Discord or hit us up on the socials. We'd love to hear from you. Keep in mind the clock is ticking down ever so quickly towards our live show, Labor Day weekend. We will start getting information out for that as soon as we're able to. I am still getting everything finalized, but we are on and confirmed at least. So that will be a thing. If you can make it, we hope to see you there. As for tonight, hope you guys like the show. And we love you all. Thanks for hanging out. And we'll see you all again next week.
Bye.
Bye. All right, recording stopped.
Same.
Stopping now.
Go send me your audio.
Save. Export. There it is. Export audio. To the computer.
This is episode.
What should I label this one?
16.
You said 15?
16.
16.
Season 2. Episode 16. Gibbles. There's the stereo sample rate.
We like
silver
and wriggling.
Great movie, though.
Never saw it.
I'm sorry,
Really?
what?
Yeah, I've never seen Harry Potter.
No, it's Lord of the Rings.
my-
you dipshit.
Oh my god.
Whatever.
You purposely do that
Dude,
shit.
How could you not like Lord of the Rings, though? That's like
Yeah.
it's a good quality movie. It's like
Right?
better made than Star Wars.
Maybe because of the fact that it's like 30 hours long. I don't know.
It's a good story. That's why it's so long. It was a faithful adaptation. Unlike other asshats out in fucking Hollywood, Peter Jackson actually took the time to make it like the book. Which made it even more enjoyable, I thought. And
So-
being in the movie theater when the first movie ended was my best memory from that time period, I swear to God. When so many people stood up pissed because that's how the movie ended in the first movie. Oh, I cackled all the way home.
Interesting.
It's a movie series you really should watch. There's a reason why it's widely considered the best trilogy of all time.
Right.
Okay.
It only has one flaw. And Gibbles, I'm curious if
It's
you can
not longer.
hear this one.
The
The lady that plays
flying bird
Galadriel
soccer
is
game?
wrong. No. The lady the lady that plays Galadriel was casted wrong.
Yeah, she was.
Because she was supposed to be the most beautiful woman that had ever lived, and to be so irresistible that men would basically like fall over, and it just didn't work. But besides that, it's literally 10 out of 10 casting the entire time.
Who did they?
Yeah, they needed like. I mean, the woman they got, she's good looking and all that, but they needed. Yeah, but they needed somebody that was like, oh my god, what the fuck.
Yes, that, you know.
She needed to be so hot that like you were going to be scared that there was going to be some freaking nerds in the audience cranking one out.
Who did they end up
Yeah.
casting?
It was Liv Tyler because she had
Oh,
gotten big after Armageddon.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So. Which then she really didn't do much after Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Took her
Well,
money
she
and ran.
Well, they
Probably wouldn't
didn't
need to.
Yeah, you really don't need to at that point.
People like
I mean,
Elijah Wood.
Yeah. Well, Elijah Wood, he actually went off to other stuff, but it was never
he did
that
weird,
big.
That weird dog TV show, whatever it was called.
Yeah. Well, he's getting ready
Fred.
to do another one. Yeah, Fred. Yeah.
Yeah.
That one was odd.
Oh,
Surprised you were old enough to see that one.
You say you're surprised I'm old enough to see that one? I remember that show.
It took you a minute.
That's rude. Wow.
I remember that.
You remember Fred?
Yeah. Yeah.
You remember Fred, but not Lord of the Rings? What? How? I don't know. I like your floating head, though. That's kind of dope.
I was wondering if you brought my drink. Powerade?
Oh my god, I totally forgot.
Wow. Wow. Kick him in the balls, why don't you?
All right.
Kick him in the balls.
Ooh. Not E, but L.
It's okay to feel sad sometimes.
Okay, how the frick did I see? I misspelled that. Oh, it was an O, not an E.
Okay. Well, child let me down.
Nice.
All right. Well, Gibbs, you have the audio?
Oh yeah, already working on it.
All right, cool. I will go ahead and end the stream. I'm going to get a couple things handled around the house while you work on that. And ping me when the stuff is ready.
Sounds good.
All right. Guys, thanks for hanging out in the chat tonight. We appreciate you.
It is.
And hope you all like the show. And we'll see you all around, and we'll see you next week, hopefully.
Oh yeah.